When you honor your ancestors, they are able to elevate. You are able to elevate. And the cycle that is life is allowed to continue with less resistance. Developing a connection with your ancestors will help you tremendously during your spiritual awakening. It will make things a lot easier for you. It will make things a lot clearer for you. Peace. My name is Trinity, and on this channel I talk about African spirituality and self-improvement. Today we are talking about ancestral veneration. How do you honor your ancestors? Why should you? Make sure you watch to the end to learn how I may be able to help you during your spiritual journey. Okay, who are your ancestors? It's very important for us to make this simple. Everyone has ancestors. The fact that you're watching this video right now means that you came from a mother and a father, and that each of them came from a mother and a father, right? It's simple. It's very simple biology. Your ancestors are the people who have made it possible for you to be here, right? Their experiences, their connections, their ways of looking at life have been passed down to you. Now, this comes with its ups and its downs, but that is what today is for. When you honor your ancestors, they are able to elevate. You are able to elevate. And the cycle that is life is allowed to continue with less resistance. When it comes to venerating your ancestors, a very important thing to take note of is your living elders, right? Your parents, no matter what, your relationship may be with them, and the children in your family, whether that be, nieces and nephews, little cousins, or your own children. In particular, when it comes to your living elders and children, they are the closest people to the ancestral realm. So you can learn a lot from your ancestors through people who are living today. Acknowledging the fact that, again, no matter what your relationship may be with either of your parents, they are the ancestral portal that you came through in order to exist here and also to continue your bloodline on. In terms of practical tips to go about venerating or honoring your ancestors, tip number 1 is going to be to begin getting oral histories or to begin developing a family tree for yourself. Begin to understand who your family is, right? This is very impactful for me. This is when things started to pick up for me, when I just simply started to inquire about where it is that I come from. I'd never done that, but as soon as I did, things were coming forward by the way of oral history, but also through more spiritual means, which leads me into tip number 2 is going to be prayer, meditation, dreams. Once you begin inquiring about where you come from, who your ancestors are, they want to communicate with you. They are you, right? They dwell within you. And the job of the ancestors, when we're approaching it from the African perspective, is to guide us in this physical realm, being that they have lived here at some point in life. And they have gone through things, at some point on earth. They have a certain level of wisdom and a certain perspective that we don't have. So it's their job to keep us out of trouble, keep us away from their mistakes, right? And in exchange, we help them elevate. And the way that we do that is through our prayer, right? Through our prayer for their elevation, through our prayer for their help. When they help us, they fulfill things that they may not have been able to fulfill, and they elevate, right? And they're able to help us even more, right? From that even higher perspective, right? When we meditate, we come into intuitive understanding. The thing about intuition is that it has a lot to do with the state of your body. And when we think about the physical body is made up of the genetic materials that come from your bloodline, right? So the state of your body being in a state of relaxation and presence is going to allow the natural wisdom that dwells within your body to come forward, right? That's very important. And in terms of dreams, depends on, who you are spiritually, what your spiritual DNA is. But a lot of my ancestors, my Egun, have come through dreams, right? A lot of that connection with that realm has come through dreams for me, right? Simply asking these questions, going through my own process of shadow work and self-healing, developing my connection with nature and ancestral practices. I began to get more and more knowledge and wisdom and intuitive knowing coming to the surface. And those 2 tips alone are going to be very useful for you, and I highly encourage you to really develop those 2 tips, right? Really develop those 2 skills. But tip number 3 is for when you want to take it a step further, right? When you actually want to set up an intentional time and space for you to connect and venerate your ancestors. This is where altars come into play, right? And this is very important. Please listen to this, if nothing else about this video. When it comes to setting up an altar, please keep it simple. Small table with a white cloth, put a cup of water on it, light a white candle. Keep it simple, keep it clean. You don't need any other things on your table besides that. All you need is to come to that table with the intention to cleanse yourself and commune with your ancestors, right? To spend some time every week, just to go there and talk about your week and bringing things as far as, offerings go when you want to give things to your ancestors. I would keep it simple again. Coffee, fruit, maybe some alcohols. If you know of an ancestor, a grandfather or a grandmother or a mom and dad who have passed on and they had a specific drink that they liked, those are some things that you can incorporate as you develop that practice, right? But these 3 tips are really going to allow you to develop that relationship with your ancestors. And developing a connection with your ancestors will help you tremendously during your spiritual awakening. It will make things a lot easier for you. It will make things a lot clearer for you. So the ancestors are important. With that said, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down what your biggest takeaway was from this video. Also, in the description, I do have free journal prompts for you to be able to self-reflect along your journey. I got my ebook down there on how to overcome anxiety and depression through art. And I also got my SoundCloud where I put a lot of this information that I'm communicating with you all in the form of art. Every Wednesday I'll be going live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking about, these types of concepts in a more long form structure. But I'm wishing you all the best along your journey. I give thanks to the ancestors, and may they come to you as you need them to. Ashe, ashe. I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace and blessings.